hope that you are all really well. I think you're having a great week. I have just come back from the Great British Sewing Bee live show, which was absolutely fantastic. It was at the Excel in London. For those of you that couldn't get up there, it was a little bit smaller than some of the other shows like Knitting and Stitching and the Handmade Fair, but it was 99% dressmaking focus, as you would expect being Great British Sewing Bee. And yeah, it was a really good show. I definitely recommend it, and it was absolutely lovely to meet lots of sort of online sewing friends in real life. So I believe that it's coming back next year, and I would really recommend going to that one if you can. I didn't film it because I vlogged the Handmade Fair, and I thought there's only so much that I can walk around carrying a camera and not start looking like a lunatic. But yeah, it was great fun, and there's been loads of posts and things on Instagram. So if you did go, I hope that you also had a really great time, and if you didn't, then definitely go next year. So I am going to do a little bit of a different video today. I've had a few people ask me on the comments to do like a fabric haul or fabric update, and for those of you that follow on Instagram, you'll know that we've had lots and lots of fabric deliveries in over the last week or two, and I've been teasing a lot on my Instagram stories. So I thought that now would be a good time to show you some of the new fabrics that have come in, show you some of my favourites, and maybe give you some suggestions on what to do with them. I am filming in the shop today, and it's already 6:30 in the evening, so I'm just conscious about the light. I'm really sorry if it does seem a little bit overexposed behind me. I've tried to have a little play around with the lighting just so that it doesn't get too dark too quick. So I'm going to talk fast and get through before it starts getting dark. So I want to start with the warm and cozy cuddly fabrics that we've got in at the moment, like this one. So we've got a few really lovely sweatshirtings in. So this is, as you can probably see, a dark grey sweatshirting with glittery stars, glittery silver stars, and it has like a brushed back, so it's super soft and super cozy. And we've also got it in the same fabric with, ta-da, amazing cats. How cool is this fabric? We had this in a little while ago and it went straight away. It was so popular, and they're just really funky, unusual cats. But again, this is so soft and cuddly. This would make a perfect Linden sweatshirt. I know that's everyone's kind of go-to sweatshirt jumper pattern for any sweatshirting fabric, but it's such a simple to make, easy to wear pattern. You can lengthen it, make it a little bit oversized if you want, you know, a super snuggly one. The Seamwork Astoria is another good one, but that's quite fitted, and to be honest, I probably wouldn't use a sweatshirting fabric for it. But yeah, I just want to show you those two because they are so cute. And again, it's got that super soft, super snuggly backing. Really love that one. Ta-da! Plus it's cats, and for those of you again that follow me on social media, you'll know I am a crazy cat lady, so I can never resist cat fabric. Although I was asked by a customer a couple of days ago for the first time ever whether we had dog fabric, which we don't, but I will keep my eyes peeled. Dogs, I don't find, it's terrible, I don't find dogs appear so much on fabric as cats do. But yeah, I could literally just sit here and hug these because they are so cozy, and they are just that perfect weight for like a sweatshirt or maybe even a hoodie. I know there are a couple of sort of like good hoodie patterns out there which will keep you really warm as the weather gets cold. Obviously it depends on where you're watching this because we're in the UK and we're just going into our winter. Obviously if you're in the southern hemisphere, you're just coming out of your winter. So I'm probably going to be showing you all very warm and cozy fabrics today. But we do ship all over the world, and I've had a couple of orders this week from Australia that have been wools and sweatshirting and things like that, so it's obviously not warmed up quite so much unless you're all really good at stashing your fabrics for next year. So here is possibly one of my absolute favourite fabrics that we've got in. This is Charlotta. Now, because of the light, I'm really sorry, it's quite hard to show you, but this is like a deep navy colour, if you can see, and it is a viscose poly blend. It's a sort of designer fabric, so we don't always get the exact composition, but it's so soft that there's definitely quite a lot of viscose in this. Isn't it gorgeous? Sorry, it's just been next to the table while I was setting up, so there's a few bits of fluff on it. But yeah, how cosy and lovely does that look? It's a really unusual fabric as well, because not only does the quality, actually I know what it is, it's because I had the star sweatshirting on it, so it's got a little bit of glitter on it, on that piece. It doesn't normally. But yeah, if I hold it up like that and hide myself, you can see how stunning the embossed design on it is. And on the reverse side, it is nice and smooth, and it doesn't have the brush back or the loop back, so it is more of a ponte than a sweatshirting. So this I am going to use to make a Blackwood cardigan, Helen's Closet Blackwood cardigan. But again, you could use it to make a jumper. You could even use it to make like a cocoa dress or a fairly simple dress that requires a ponte fabric. I wouldn't use it for anything that's got too many panels. I was thinking about maybe using it for a Pauline Alice Aldea dress, but I think it would waste the amazing print, because it is that little bit heavier. I think you'd get quite warm if the pattern was too fitted. You want something that is a little bit loose, because this is definitely a heavy ponte, but it's just gorgeous. Every time I walk near the bolt I have to stroke it, because it just feels so soft, which is because of the viscose blend. So that's those cuddly, snuggly ones. We also have our Beatrice Ponte, which is really, really popular. It's a viscose blend ponte, which again means it's really, really soft, and we have it in a lot of plain colours. So at the moment we have red, black, turquoise, navy and aqua, and then we've also got a couple of others coming in October, which would be a marl grey and a marl blue, which are gorgeous. So I won't show you them because they're plain colours, but they are super, super soft and snuggly. If you follow Amanda Turner on I Sew A Lot is her vlog, and I will link it down below, because she made an Astoria jumper from Beatrice Ponte Roma, and she showed you it really nicely, so I will link to that down there, because if you're interested in seeing what the Beatrice looks like. But we have also got some fairly classic pontes in at the moment as well. So we've got the monochrome spots. This is black and white. We also have the, of course it's black and white, I just said it's monochrome. It's been a long day, guys. So we also have a classic Breton stripe in black and white and navy and white, so I'll show you those. So I will just show you the black and white, because the navy and white is the same, but obviously navy. And these are just perfect for your classic tops, so they would work really well with the Tilly and the Buttons Agnes top. It would also work with something like the Liesl & Co Maritime top, and I will link these down below and try, if I can, and pop a few pictures in. But they'd also be good for things like a tunic dress, so again like the Coco, if you just want a real staple. And what I think would look really lovely is the stripes in a Coco, but with a colour block version, so where you cut the top part of the pattern and perhaps make that out of a red Beatrice Ponte and then have the rest as the stripes, or do the reverse on the bottom, so have like a red panel at the bottom and then the stripes. I think that would be a really, really lovely version. It's very Jewels, I think, is the brand that does a lot of that, which is quite popular. We also have the Ponte in the abstract monochrome, and this is a really tricky one because it's black and white, but it looks almost ever so slightly navy, if you can see. But all the Pontes, I'm calling them the staple collection, all of them drape really nicely. They've got a really good amount of stretch, and as I say, perfect for tops or dresses. Susie from Sew by the Seaside, who's one of our Satisfaction bloggers, she made a Monetta dress out of this for the International Monetta party, and it looked really good. She paired it with a red belt and a red cardigan. Yeah, and I have plans to copy her. So that is our staple collection, and we will be keeping those in all through the autumn, winter, and probably into spring as well, because we can get those ones again and again, and I think they're just such classics. They're really, really good to have in. For something a little bit more unusual, we've got another of the jacquard Pontes. So in my plans video at the beginning of the month, I showed you the anchors version that we had, so the navy with the white anchors, and ta-da! This is swans. So it's like an off-white with black swans. Show you that. Obviously I'm going, ooh. But again, this is a really lovely weight. Would be great for anything that you want to sort of skim over you, because it won't cling. And it's a jacquard, so the print is woven into the fabric, so you get that lovely jacquard effect. You can see. I just love swans. I know everyone loves flamingos, and we get asked for flamingo fabric all the time. We've had quite a few flamingo fabrics in, but I love swans. I just think there's something about swans that's very, very graceful, very appealing, and again, if you can't tell, classic black and white monochrome is in. Not that it's ever been out. Monochrome is always popular. So that's another favourite. And now I'm going to show you some of the amazing new wools that we've got in. So obviously these have just come in because it's just started to get cold enough for the wool. So we've got an absolutely stunning cashmere blend wool in at the moment. And this is our luxe wool, so called because it is very luxurious. It is 75% wool, 5% cashmere and 20% polyester. And the great thing about that is you can put it in your machine on a 30 wash, and look how lovely that purple colour is. And it's got little like flecks and speckles of different pinks and purples. Try and show that for you. This would make a really, really gorgeous coat, and you could also make like a nice simple skirt from it as well. And it just feels, again, everything, I'm so tactile, which is obviously why it's great working in a fabric shop, but it's just so soft and it just feels really, really luxurious, hence the name. But I just thought the colour was irresistible. And we do have a few other coloured wools in as well, that one is absolutely hands down my favourite. And I'm interested to see if any more of the indie pattern companies bring out coats this year. So at the beginning of this year, I think it was, we had the Chloe coat from Sew Over It, which is part of their online introduction to coats courses, so you can't buy the pattern on its own, but that luxe wool would be perfect for that. It would also make a really nice closet case Claire coat. But yeah, I'll be interested to see if any of the other indie companies bring out a coat pattern. So I've just realised that I have like a secret button on the inside here because I've got quite big gaps between the buttons on my Tilly and the Buttons Rosa dress, which I haven't shown you for a while. And the secret button was open, so if I was flashing you, I'm very sorry. So in case you didn't hear, the phone just rang, so I had to go and answer that. And I've just readjusted the camera because I've just realised how much of the window was shining through and all the light. So I'm really sorry if this video seems a little bit hectic this week. I have got to get all of these fabrics online. Most of them are up there already, and also put onto our till system in the shop. So it's been a very busy, hectic start to the week, but I am loving showing them to you all, so let's carry on. So I've shown you the luxe wool, which is gorgeous. As I say, we do have some other plain coloured wools in as well. That is my favourite. And then I'm going to show you our Argyle wool, which has just been so popular, and I have managed to get some more, so I will show you that now. So the Argyle wools are something a little bit special. Well, everything we have is special, but these are just super special. So these are all wool blends, and they come in these gorgeous sort of ombre check. I suppose when you say check, they're squares. So this is fuchsia. And the shades are just brilliant because you've got the pinks, you've got the really bright pinks, the pale pinks, and then it goes through to like purples and almost like a deep purple black. I'll show you those. Again, really soft, really lovely, and would make an amazing skirt or dress. I think it's a little bit too heavy for a dress with sleeves, to be honest. You could make a sleeveless woolen dress, obviously if you're going to wear a jacket with it, or maybe a black top or something underneath. Because you've got the black in here, as you get closer to the centre, you can wear it with tights, with black tights, or yeah, with a black long sleeve t-shirt when it gets colder, but because the wool is just that little bit thicker, I think in fitted sleeves like you would get for a dress you might find it a little bit constrictive, but it would be perfect for a coat. And we have that in the fuchsia, as I say, then a more neutral slate, which is lots of different greys and blacks, and it goes all the way down to a really pale grey, and then darker, and the blacks as well. So lovely. And it does have a little bit of a nap to it as well, so if you rub it that way it feels super smooth, and then if you run your hand upwards you can feel the wool fibre in it. So yeah, it's really lovely. And then we also have blue, and this is again another amazing colour combination. So you've got blues all the way down to your really pale baby blues, your grey through to black, and then your like really royal blue. And I just love these. As soon as the supplier showed them to me, I was in love, because they're just so unusual, and it's really hard to find anything like that, especially in wool. You don't tend to get that many sort of unusual prints in wool, and they're just so lovely. So yeah, I've managed to get some more of those. They will be in in the next couple of weeks. So you can back order on the website, because at the moment the fuchsia is out of stock. There's only a couple of metres of the blue left and a couple of metres of the grey, but if you are keen to get them, you can pre-order or back order I should say, so that you get first dibs when they come in. So ta-da! Again, it's been really hard lately because everything that comes in is just so touchable and just so lovely and soft. I have to stop myself from just walking around touching everything all the time. It is a hazard of the job. And I have taken a little bit of the grey to make myself a very simple skirt with. I'm just going to use my block to make a really, really simple skirt that I can wear with tights, but I will show you that on my plans video for next month. See, look, I can't stop. It is really addictive. Right, I shall put these down and show you something else. Oh, and doing this, I've got bits up my nose now, fabric fibres up my nose. Again, another hazard of the job. So I'm going to show you a couple of my favourites. So we've got some needle cords in, and this one is just stunning. Look at that. So it's like a blue, really, really dark navy background with blue leaves and almost reddy fuchsia flowers, and it's a really fine, let the camera focus, a really, really fine needle cord, very similar to what this dress is made out of. So this would make a perfect Tilly and the Buttons Rosa dress, and yes, I think I'm going to steal some to make one myself, because I wear this all the time. This is a Liberty needle cord, and needle cord, or baby cord as it's sometimes called, is just, as you would expect, a very fine corduroy. So if you can see, there's very, very fine texture to it compared to obviously your chunkier corduroy. But yeah, we've got some of those in some lovely prints, but this one is my absolute favourite, and this is called Autumn Savanna. So I will link obviously this and all of them down below. I've still got so much more to show you guys. So say you are thinking those are all lovely, Sheona, but they are quite cosy, quite warm, and actually I'm thinking Christmas parties, party season, New Year. Well, we've got loads of stuff in for that too, so I will show you those quickly now, or some of them anyway, because otherwise this video is going to be very, very long. And also, it's really hard work lugging all of the bolts around and talking at the same time. So I will show you some of the more kind of dressy fabrics. So this one isn't dressy in that it is a cotton, however it is an Alexander Henry cotton, and it has the most amazing large scale peacock print all over it. So there's green and red peacocks, and it is shot through with metallic gold. You see that? This would make the most stunning dress. I'm going to give you a bit of a close-up. Metallic. And again, sorry, the lighting isn't great in here. The fabric, this on my screen at the moment looks a bit orangey, but it's actually just very red, and then obviously shot through with the metallic there, and then all in the turquoise tail you've got the metallics as well. So that one would make an absolutely stunning dress. And I think with a little bit of structure, because obviously it's cotton, so I think this would be wonderful as the Avid Seamstress day dress, and potentially I'm thinking of adding this to next month's makes plans. So with this fabric, the day dress and the pleated skirt version. I've made the gathered skirt, actually it's on the mannequin down there behind me. I've made the gathered skirt version before, but I think yeah, this would make an absolutely stunning version and just make it a bit dressier. The great thing about the day dress is it's quite a blank canvas, so you could make anything. You could make it very sort of casual, or if you use a really bold fabric like that. And again, I've shown you some of our cotton lawns before, but we've just had a few more designs in, and I wanted to show you my favourites of those. So this is our luxury cotton lawn base. It feels exactly like Liberty Tana lawn. It is super soft. This is our Midnight Mone. So this is watercolour flowers with gorgeous like purple, blue, and almost sort of mustardy shades. I'll show you a little bit closer so you can see that. But yeah, that is just beautiful. It is like a work of art on fabric. And we just got in the Grainline Hadley top, and I think this would make a stunning Hadley top because the pattern is very simple, very sort of plain shape, just with some darts there. There is a centre seam, but I think if you made it without the centre seam, it would look really, really lovely in something like this, because for that, for the Hadley top, you want something again with a little bit of structure to hold its shape, so a lawn is perfect, and then this would really, really elevate it into something special. So that's that one, and then my pile of fabrics over here is getting very precarious, so we'll just wait for that to fall on me. My other favourite is the Dawn Chorus that we've got. So this comes in a couple of colours, and we've got the navy version in at the moment, and it's just so pretty. There are lots of birds. I'm doing lots of strange like this in this video, but yeah, lots of birds and flora and fauna, I think is what they say. Flowers and leaves, basically. But yeah, this one is lovely, and this would be again a gorgeous Avid Seamstress day dress, or it would make a really stunning shirt. So maybe the cashmerette Lennox shirt would work really well, the Rosa dress but as a shirt, or it would make a really, really beautiful sew over it penny dress, which I know is PDF only, but it's so good. I'm actually making a penny dress out of another one of the lawns, which is our foliage canopy lawn, which I showed you in the plans video. But again, they're all on the same base cloth, so all really, really super fine, gorgeous lawns that feel very much like Tana lawn. But yeah, just such beautiful colours and prints. So crepe, now that we are getting into the colder months, it becomes a little bit more acceptable to wear a little less natural fibre, and crepe is a perfect example of how polyester can actually be really wearable and really gorgeous. So I showed you this one in my makes video as well, and we've just got some more of this in. So this is our Kingfisher in mustard gold. So I've showed you that one already, but we also have it in a greeny teal colour. And again, this would be gorgeous for anything where you need some drape and some movement, fluidity. It's just lovely. But it's not too light, so it's got a good weight to it. It would make a really, really lovely like sew over it pussy bow blouse. Perhaps even I've had a lady buy the mustard version to make a sort of glamorous bateen. Any pattern that has a bit of drape to it, these crepes are perfect for. And we have another old favourite back in as well, which is the Wishful Dandelion crepe, and this is again classic monochrome, but with these lovely dandelions on, and it's just so fluid. It's just really lovely. and I want to make a dress of some kind out of this. I'm not actually certain which pattern I'm going to use at the moment. I keep looking over here because on this side of me is where our pattern shelf is, and I keep looking at all the different ones to give me a little bit of inspiration. But yeah, isn't that just beautiful? Really, really pretty. And again, I think the beauty of all these lovely prints is that you can actually choose some fairly simple patterns. Obviously you can choose something really dramatic if you like, but you can choose some fairly simple patterns and the fabric just really, really shines through. And there's another crepe that I want to show you, or another two actually. So we also have this one in, which is Delilah, which is like spearmint grey flowers with orangey mustard centre, and again really, really lovely and drapey. And this one, which is my favourite crepe, this is our Tales of the Orient. So I'll hold it up the right way. This is such a stunning print. So this has, let me see if I can find some to show you. So this has koi carp on it. It's got cranes as well. Let me see if I can find you a crane. There we go. Cranes and flowers, and it's just such an impressive print. You don't often see prints that stunning, and I just cannot wait to make something out of this. I think this would make such a beautiful dress for Christmas parties or New Year. And again, it's on a luxury crepe base, so it just feels such amazing quality. It is polyester, and I know some people will point blank refuse to wear polyester, and I understand that, but now it's getting colder, and the quality of these is so different to the kind of, I suppose, polyester of old, where you'd feel a bit sticky and a bit uncomfortable. These, yeah, you could almost be forgiven for thinking that these were almost like natural silk sort of based fabrics, because they're just so lovely. Ooh. Right, I am definitely losing the light now, so I'm going to whiz through really quickly. The other thing that I wanted to tell you was that as well as the walls, we've also got some lovely linings in now, because obviously the majority of the time you make anything with wool, you want to line it. So these, again, really, really beautiful luxury linings. They are 100% viscose, and this is a fairly classic black and white polka dot with really, really small polka dots, if you can see that. Again, really, really smooth and silky feeling, so nice and easy to get sleeves on and off if you're making coats, or because it's 100% viscose, it won't stick to tights. And then we also have it in this lovely champagne colour as well, in the 100% viscose. And I've just tried to stick to fairly neutral colours for the lining so that you can match them with pretty much any of our fabrics. And we do have a couple of other lining colours too, but those two are my favourite. Sorry guys, I've shifted the camera again and played with the light a little bit just to see if I could tone down the glare that's coming from behind me. I think that gives slightly more accurate version of the colours, and there's less shine off of the lights. But this is Rosabella, so this is one of our new cotton jacquards, and it's just beautiful. This is the emerald version, and we also have it in black. It's got a little bit of spandex in it, so you've got some stretch in there, and this is actually the wrong side of the fabric, so you can see obviously the jacquard effect. I think even the wrong side looks really, really pretty, but this obviously is the right side. And as I say, we also have it in the black, which I will show you. I'm about to drown under a mountain of fabrics, So when I don't go home tonight and my husband has to come and find me, I'll just be laying under a big pile of fabric that has collapsed on top of me. That was a bit maudlin, wasn't it? So this is the Rosabella in black, which again, it is a little bit hard to show you because the light is going to bounce back off of it. But this would make, so both colours would make stunning fitted dresses. So the emerald, I think, would look amazing as an avid seamstress shift dress or Tilly in the Buttons Etta dress, something very fitted. You've got the elastane in there for a bit of wiggle room. But these would also make amazing fitted trousers. So the Sew Over It Ultimate trousers would look fantastic in this, especially the black. How lovely would an evening pair of Sew Over It Ultimates look in that? And again, the wrong side looks really nice too. That is pretty much everything. We've got lots of other versions, lots of other colourways, lots of other new fabrics in, but I think I've shown you plenty. But I could not finish without showing you my favourite fabric of all time ever. So we've got some designer scubas in at the moment. I put a picture in the week before last of Susie wearing a really lovely scuba dress in our midnight rosette, and we have the amazing Cobra Corsage, which was what I made my Eve dress out of, if you remember from my makes video, and we have it on a scuba base. So behold, everybody. This is, as I say, possibly my most favourite fabric in the world ever. How lovely is that? So you've got obviously the stunning Cobra Corsage print, which is very distinctive, very sort of Gucci-esque, designer inspired. You've got it on a luxury scuba base, which although it is white on the inside, because it's such high quality, you can pull this and pull this and pull this and you don't see the white coming through, and it's got such a lovely sheen to it. So I am planning on making 3 things from this because I love it so much. I'm going to make a very simple pencil skirt, which I will use from my bodice block, but you could use something like the Colette Mabel skirt, just a really fitted jersey skirt. Although if you are going to use the Mabel, I would recommend that you put elastic in the waistband, even though it doesn't tell you to. I'm also going to make a lengthened Astoria top from this because I think that will make, again, a very glamorous sort of sweater shape, jumper shape, but perfect for dressing up for nights out. And then I'm also going to make a fitted dress from it. So you can tell that I like this fabric quite a lot. I'm planning on having half my wardrobe in it. And I've also got the Eve dress in the lawn as well. But the scuba is just a bit blacker. So actually they do call this the Cobra Corsage. I think they call it night. So the scuba is just a bit blacker because obviously it's digitally printed and it's on that scuba base, so it's easier for them to get the colours really, really dark and really, really bright. But never in my life did I think I would want to have creepy crawlies crawling all over me, but this is just such a stunning, unusual fabric that I can't wait to fill my wardrobe with Cobra Corsage garments. But yeah, that's our scuba, and as I say, we've got the scuba in other prints as well, so if snakes and bugs aren't your thing, we do have some beautiful floral versions, which I will link to down below. Whew. That is everything. We've got loads more in. There was loads of other stuff that I was going to show you, but the video I think is already going to be quite long, so I'm going to leave it at that and say check out the website if you want to see more of them, if you want to see more close-up pictures. I'm sorry about the lighting, guys, but I'm a little bit limited in terms of when I can film at the moment, so I just really wanted to make sure I could get that up for you. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing some of the lovely fabrics that we've got in. And I will see you again next week. Obviously, if you've liked, please do give us a thumbs up, do hit the subscribe button down there for weekly videos, and I will see you again next week. Have a good week, guys. Bye.